Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining us, welcome to the world of Auto Magic. And to my returning subscriber, you are welcome. So today we'll be learning how to make this Senegalese Zara cap. If that is something you are interested in, kindly keep on watching and make sure you subscribe, you like and you share. Let's go. So for our Senegalese cap, we'll be needing our Zara cap. A lot of videos on my YouTube channel on how to make Zara cap, so we'll not be focusing on that today. But by now you should be able to make one, and if you cannot make one, you can go through my previous video. I will need our crinoline. This is the biggest crinoline, the normal crinoline for fascinator. Then you need your fabric. This fabric is doll face fabric. Is doll face. You can use any non-stretchy fabric of your choice. So for the measurement of this one that we'll use to create the Senegalese effect, the measurement is the width is 7 inches width, while the length is 50. 7 inches width, the length is 50. 7 inches width and the length is 50. You can actually use 40 inches for the length, because I've not made it before, so I just see a picture of it and I decided to try it. This is my second time of trying it, because the first one I didn't like it, so I have to redo it back so that it will be perfect for you guys. You understand? So 50 inches is enough. You can actually use 40 inches because I later cut away like 10 inches after. So now the next thing to do now is to take it to the sewing machine, right side facing into each other. Then we sew it down. We sew it down for the two. We'll be needing that pieces in two places. So here I have sewed it and I have turned it inside out, and I have put the crinoline inside one part of camera. So I will use the second piece to show you guys what I did with the first piece. So here is the second piece, turn it inside out too. So our crinoline, you can measure 48 inches or 47 inches. I just fold it into two. Now this crinoline is 7 inches, or some is 6 inches. So you just fold it into two, then you pass it through inside the fabric. You just pass it through. That's all the simple thing to do here. Make sure you pass it through inside. So what I did here was that I make sure the mouth, that open mouth, is up, because that sewing part is where I use at the upper part, that will be up. So the folding part, as in that will give like that fold effect, it will be down. So that's why I'm trying to reconstruct the crinoline inside, so that open mouth will be up, will be at the upper part, will be in that place that has the sewing line. Then the other part that is, and you can see that place, it will be round like that, because I need that round effect for this tutorial. So that's what I'm just trying to do. I'm trying to place the crinoline where, then I cut away the excess that remain. So the next thing to do now, we'll be doing our needle and thread, because we'll be working with our needle and thread for this part, for this aspect. So now you take your Zara cap, then we start to sew it on it. You can see that back, I did not sew it tightly because I'm still going to resew that part. So I did not sew it very tightly because I'm still going to loosen it back. Just watch what I'm doing. The video is self-explanatory, but I decided to explain more so that it will be easier for you to understand. Now with our needle and thread, we take one of it. That sewing part will be up, like I said. So you measure like 10 inches outward. You see the reason why I said you can use like 40 inches, because I later cut away this 10 inches. So you can use like 40 inches, depending on how you want the rows that will be at the side. You will get what I'm doing. You will get it. Depending on how you want the rows to be. But you can use like 40 inches. Now you will not place it. You will place it at the middle of the marco. You'll be tacking it directly on the marco. You can see where I'm tacking it is on the marco. I'm tacking it on the marco, not on the fabric. on the marco. It's strong, but you have to make do with it. This is just one of the process that is, because you tack everything, and that sewing part is up. As you can see, the sewing part is up, and you can see the way I'm tacking it. I will tack it forward. I'm tacking it forward. You can tack it backward. You can tack it anywhere. I know there's no rule to tacking. Just make sure you tack it. But see the way I'm doing mine. I'm passing it because I don't want there to be. I don't want it to have any space. So you continue tacking it like that till you get to the end. Just watch. This part is self-explanatory. So you continue the tacking process till you get to the last part. So let me forward this part because it's just a video of me tacking. So let me forward it a bit so that it will not take much of our time. So what I was trying to say here is that you can see that it's on the marco that I'm sewing it on is not reflecting on the fabric. You cannot see any thread on the fabric. Everything I'm sewing is on the marco. So you continue like that till you get to the end, then part to you get to the end, to get to the part where the marco ends rather. So now I'm there. So this is where the marco ends. So I'm going to tack it down. Everything I'm doing, I'm doing it on the marco, not on the fabric. There's no show on the fabric, it's on the marco. So now we got to that part for now. So we start tacking the second one. So I started the second one on camera because we just do the same thing that I'm doing. What I did on the first one is what I'm doing on the second one. So let me show you. You can see that it's the same process, just normal tacking. So you continue the same process till you get to the end of the marco as well. You are going to stop where you stopped the first one. That's where you are going to stop. So now I've gotten to the place where I stopped the first one. So this is the last tack I'm going to do. Then I will tack it down to tighten it just like I did the first one. So after that one now, so you see the way it look like. Now we are going to create the Senegalese effect. You can see that I push the first one up and I also turn the second one to up, as in both of them are facing up first. First of all, face both of them up. Then when you get to the middle, you will now fold one part down. Just look at what I'm doing. You can see I fold it down. You see. So this is what creates the Senegalese effect. You put it down like this. If you don't understand, wait, I'll be losing it to explain again so that you'll be able to get what I did here. So let me loosen it. So this is the way it is when they finish tacking it. So now I pull up the first tacking, the first crinoline or this thing, you know what I mean. Then I pull up the second one too. Then when it gets to that side, I just tilt it down from the middle. You can see I just tilt it down from the middle. You can see that we have the Senegalese effect look here now. You can see it's very simple as that. You see, you can see. So now we have the Senegalese effect. You fold this other part down and you arrange it very well to your liking, the way you want it. Make sure you arrange it very, very well. I think when you are doing your own, reduce your fabric to 6 inches instead of 7. So this part I will cut it off, then I will loosen that part that I told you earlier, then I sew it inside so that it will be neat at the back. So you can see. So now this upper part, I'm going to use it to create our rows. So now we start creating our gather stitch. Don't mind my baby. So we start creating our gather stitch on it to create our rows that will be at the side, just like you see me do. So I will remove the crinoline and cut it off a bit so that it will reduce inside. I don't want it to be showing at the mouth. You know, the crinoline can be perching someone. So that mouth, I see that is rough, so I decided to cut it off. Cut off that rough part to make it straight. Then I will tack it just the way you see me do. Tack everything. Then I gather it. After gathering, then I will start turning it to create our rose. See, I'm just folding it. It's very simple. Just fold, just fold, just fold it. Then after folding, you now tack it down to the part that you want it to be. So I want it to be at the side, so I tack it down. I will also use the second one to create another bow. You can make 2 bows with it, but later on I decided to create 1 bow. So just look, watch what I'm doing. So I'm arranging the bow. I don't want it to be too big or too small. I just want it to be moderate. I want everything to be the same. Then this is me tacking down the bow. You tack it down to the marco too. You tack it down to the marco. Be very careful while tacking, because this part you can patch your hand underneath it. You have to be very careful while tacking this part. So I'm just tacking the bow to make it very tight and to make it stay in place. So after I finish tacking, I knot it together with the marco. I knot it like 2 to 3 times, then I cut off. So now for the second one, I reduce the crinoline also inside, just as I did the first one. So I'm thinking of just creating 1 bow, you know, instead of 2 bows. But let's see how we go. So I start creating gather stitch on this one, just like I did with the first part too. So this tag is not really that hard, but you just have to pay attention to it for it to come out the way you want it. Because I've seen a lot of creations, everything is not the same. Everybody's work cannot be the same, but you can just make it to your own taste, to your own preference, the way you want it. But this is just the basic step on how you are going to do it. So now that last part, I decided to tuck it inside. To tuck it in, I didn't cut it like the first. I tuck it in, then I gather that part too. After gathering it, I squeeze it just like I did the first one. So just squeeze it together. So I decided to use it to make 1 bow. Like I said earlier, I think I prefer it to be 1 bow than 2 bow. You know, I just like the way the bow is at the side. But you can decide to make 2 bow with yours. I'll show you how to make this. If you want to use it at 2 bow, as in you want 2 bow to be at that side, I'll still show you how to create the 2 bow. But I'm just creating this one to see which one I will later use. So this is 1 bow. So if you want to create 1 bow, I'm just trying to set the bow in place to see if it will fit. So I loosen it back. Now I'm creating the second bow, just like I did the first one, to see which one I like most. Is either 2 bow or 1 bow, you can see. But I think I later went for the 1 bow. I prefer the 1 bow more. 1 bow to 2 bow. So now I have tagged the bow. You can see how beautiful it looks. I have tagged it and everything is now in place. You won't believe that I make a mistake here. The mistake I did was this part was supposed to be at my left hand side. But see the mistake I did with my Zara cap. The inner part is up instead of it to be down. I don't know if you get what I mean, but remove every mistake in the design. So now the bow part will now be at my left hand side instead of my right hand side. So if you make yours, please don't make that mistake. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how I saw it on the picture that I saw. The bow part is on the right hand side, but because of this mistake that I did, I cannot put it on the right hand side. So I have to turn the bow back to the right hand side this way. Every mistake is a design. It's giving Quimby the design. Quimby Senegalese. So that is just the tutorial for this cap. So now what I need to do is just to embellish that part that is showing the tacking part. So I'll put any applique that I see around just to embellish it. So here is the finished look. Then you can embellish that rose part too if you want. If you create one or two, anyone you like, you can create two like I said earlier, but I decided to create one. So here is the tutorial. If you have watched to this part, kindly subscribe, give it give a thumbs up, like the video, share the video. Any design you want, let me know. So here is the final look of our Senegalese Zara cap. Like I said earlier, this rose part is supposed to be at the right hand side on the mannequin, but I said every mistake is a design. So here it is. I was explaining here that because of the mistake I did earlier, that's why it was like this. So you can make your own too to be on the left hand side. I think I even like this one more than the one I saw. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.